Emotionalism, again. This is like a double-edged sword, man. I really don't like the fact that I have to keep going back to this topic of emotionalism, but at the same time, I know that I'm helping young men to kind of, more or less rebuke the spirit of emotionalism. And unfortunately, I keep having examples of emotionalism. So it's up to me to speak about it so that I can pick up the lesson in the story. And again, all of these stories that I talk about are real life events. I am who I say I am. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Mr. Anti-Slob, which is anti-sloppy, lazy, obese, bad behavior. Um, and this is something that's near and dear to my heart. And as I was growing up as a young male, before I became a man, I had the spirit of emotionalism within me, and I was having a hard time just moving, through life as a man, with all of this emotion that was encompassed in my body, in my spirit, and my soul. So I had to actually do a rebuking service to rebuke the spirit of emotionalism, and I feel much better. I am able to make decisions a lot better. I'm a lot more wiser, a lot more patient, and just making my decisions based off of logic rather than making them off of emotion. And again, why we're here, why we're here now, is there was a young man, co-worker of mine. He was, calling me to see, what I had going on, and when people, call me and try to just see like what I got going on. I just pretty much just keep it real, and sometimes it kind of comes off as braggadocious, just me kind of just chronicling my day, because a lot of people are slobs. So when they ask me what I have going on and what I'm doing, and I'm an anti-slob, it's very opposite of to how they move and what they're doing. So as follows. This young man asked me, what was I up to, and I had just left the gym. I had let him know that. As I was sitting in my bed, I was freshly made up. I was fresh out of the shower, did my personal hygiene, and I had just told him, I've been doing everything that I say that I do, living an anti-slob lifestyle, and I didn't have any complaints and didn't have anything to really complain about. So then I immediately asked him, I didn't say this, but in my mind, I was like, why did you really call me? What do you want? And he did exactly what I assumed. He kind of got to going into his emotion or decisions that he had been making. And with me being an anti-slob individual, I am not going to sit there and let you tell me about some emotional bullshit that you're involved in without me holding you accountable. So when he kind of told me this story of the emotionalism, I had to stop him several times and kind of tell him hold him accountable, and tell him that you actually sound like a woman right now as you're telling me this story and these events that you went through, and that I was just letting him know it didn't really sound too right. But I just go ahead and get right into it, right? So he was telling me about some young woman that he was having sexual relations with, and okay, no big deal. And then he kind of went on to tell me that he had very strong feelings for this woman, even so that he said that I think he might even use the word love. And I was just, asking him, how long have you been knowing this woman? And he had informed me only, for a very, very short amount of time. So that was already, red flag in my eyes. How could you love someone that you don't even know? And he told me that he had was having unprotected sex with this young lady, and that he even went as far as to release into this young lady several times on several occasions, and that he didn't care if she got pregnant, because at the time he was doing what he felt to be right. he kept using the word feel. It felt good when he was having the intercourse with her. It felt good when he released into her. And that, he really wasn't thinking about the consequences of those actions, how it could impact his life moving forward. Now, this individual already has several children by several different mothers. He often complains about how his children's mothers put him on child support, or they threaten to put him on child support, how his money is being divided between these different households. So I just really had to stop him and just kind of bring him back to reality. Like, now, how are you sitting up here complaining about, all of this stuff, but you are making decisions based off of your emotions and you're repeating the cycle. So, and I actually said that to him, like I said, I'm not a person that you're going to be able to vent to and tell me about your bad behavior, and then I'm going to just pander to that, and I'm not going to hold you accountable for your bad behavior. Again, I am Mr. Anti-Slob, anti-sloppy, lazy, obese, bad behavior. So I don't know if he wanted to hear me, kind of put my foot in his ass, but it didn't really matter. You called my phone telling me about your bad behavior, and you know that I'm an anti-slob individual. So, have a seat. And, go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and minister to you and counsel to you because you reached out to me. And what type of person would I be to not hold you accountable as a male professing to be a man? So, I kind of let him know about his bad behavior, his bad decisions, and just basically how he was living in a state of delusion by the decisions that he was making, and more solely, that he was living in a state of emotionalism, that he was making emotional decisions. He, word for word, verbatim, kept using the word, I feel, I feel, I feel. And I stopped him and I said, well, I'm hearing you saying I feel quite a bit. Why aren't you saying I think? And why aren't you using the logic and the reason that I talk so much about? Why aren't you doing that as a man or a so-called man? Why aren't you using your logic and using that to make your decisions? You're in your lower self. You're in your emotion. And he told me that he agreed with what I was saying to him, and that I don't really think that he was really taking heed to the information, but it didn't matter. I was going to let him know that anyway. And he hasn't reached out to me since, which is great, because I'm not here to hold any person, especially a grown adult, your hand through life, right? I have my own problems to deal with. I have my own path and purpose to stay on the course with. So if you're out here actively making bad decisions and practicing bad behavior, I really want you removed out of my circle anyway. But nonetheless, we had that conversation, and I'm not doing this to try to embarrass the person. You notice I haven't said his name, and I won't say his name. And if he sees this, he can take it how he wants. But I have to be honest, because everybody knows that I create content. Everybody knows that I'm about a self-improvement channel for men, and I advocate for men, and I hold men accountable. So everybody knows what it is with me. So and I say this story, and I bring this story to the platform so that guys can kind of learn from that mistake. You meet a young lady, for one, you don't need to be having unprotected sex with a woman that you barely know. And for two, why are you falling in love with a woman that you barely even know? Those two things don't make any sense. Those two things are going to put you in a compromising position down the road in the immediate, and it could cost you your life. It could absolutely cost you your life. When you run your decisions through your emotion, especially for men, we're not supposed to do that. So the lesson I would like people, like for young men to learn is to, for one, always have protected sex. Never ejaculate in a woman, if she's not your wife. Don't be out here making baby mamas. And basically, overall, in totality, I just want you to run your decision making through your logic and reasoning, and not through your emotions. And actually, do me a favor. I'm going to have to do this again. I want you guys to, I want to have a moment of silence so that we can actually rebuke the spirit of emotionalism, again, because of I see that it's omnipresent, in the world, in the present. So we're gonna have a moment of silence, and we're gonna have a rebuking service right now for this emotionalism. Amen. Amen. So yes, hopefully, you guys are taking heed to this emotionalism and really, listening, and really are closing your eyes, man, and asking the divine to remove the spirit of emotionalism out of your hearts, your minds, your soul, your inner being, and you just be a more thought-provoking, logical, decision-making man. It's going to help you out in the long run. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I want to see you guys, do better than me. I want to see you guys succeed. So, let's get it. Anti-slob is the slogan. Anti-slob is the mindset. You guys have a good one. Peace.